What you laughing at? Whoa, look, it's time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Whoa, baby said she need a nail, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull master. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey.
What's the deal, people? It's your boy, the one and only, your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, aka the villain. Cause they hate me for my opinion. Damn, sound lady off today. You finna fuck around and get fired.
Early.
Earlier, not late. We got the one and only back, Mr.
Man.
Heavily requested. I mean, heavily requested. They was tapping in like, hey man, where dude at? Where bro at? What we got over here?
Yeah, Messiah the Great. And y'all know we leading this shit the viral way.
That part. Viral way or no way.
That part.
We got some special guests in the house. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Who we got over here in the pink?
Hi, y'all. I'm Mina P, aka Miracles by Mina, Majestic Miracles, founder and CEO. Yeah.
Where they can find you at?
Miracles by Mina, Majestic Miracles.
Okay. Who we got over here in the middle right here?
Gang Style Prezi. Everybody can tap in on IG, Prezi_Gang Style. Yes, sir, our YouTube.
Make sure y'all tap in.
All
We got a
platforms.
returning guest over here. What's the deal?
Hey,
Miss?
what's up, everybody? It's your favorite homegirl here, Rachel, aka She Writes. I'm back on the viral way or no way, you know?
That part, viral way or no way, man. Make sure
Easy
y'all
call.
make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe to the channel, man. Run them views up. Yeah, we finna get right into it though. We ain't did one of these in a minute. I felt like we should do a co-ed version of it. The last time we just had all guys. We want some female feedback though.
Okay.
So we're gonna get into this barbershop talk. A lot of females be afraid of that barbershop, so I'm glad y'all wasn't scared to step into the fire.
I used to work at a barbershop.
Yeah?
Okay.
Mhm.
What you did
The
up in
only
there?
Female.
You was braiding?
Yep.
She ready.
Locks.
I was
the
actually
only
in the
woman in
barbershop.
there.
Yeah?
It was dope.
Hey,
Okay.
Loved
How was
it.
that? How was that
Yeah.
experience? I know a
I
lot
love
of
being around black men. Like,
Okay.
Oh,
I love being around
round of
men.
applause on
Yeah.
that. Where my little round of applause button?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So it was dope.
A lot of women, they will take their son to the barber, but they will not go in because they know they finna get hounded.
Yeah, I
Especially
ain't worried
looking like
about
how
that.
you look.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm used to it, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
I've been thick my whole life, so it be like that sometimes.
Thick and gorgeous.
Regular.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks to Mash.
Thank you.
She got
Thank
that.
you.
Come on,
Thank
Nina.
you.
Great.
Oh my God.
She just said
I
earlier.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Is
I
it the looks or is it the voice? She got that little sex phone
Oh my
operator shit going
gosh.
on over there.
It's the aura, it's the energy.
It's the aura, that
giving.
divine
Thank you.
feminine energy.
I
Mhm.
appreciate you, King.
Look, let's get into it. I just seen this. I was just reading this article. I want to know how y'all feel about it.
Okay.
Uganda passes a bill criminalizing those that identify with LGBT, and you can be penalized up to life in prison or even death, the death penalty. So basically, they're making it illegal to be gay.
They getting shit in order.
That's all that
Let's
is.
get into it.
They getting
That's
shit
all
right
it
back in
is.
order.
How y'all feel about that? You said they getting it in order?
Yeah, I feel like they trying to get their shit together. You know what I mean? All this weird shit going on. You got trannies playing out here, playing with niggas and all type of shit.
Absolutely.
That'll have a nigga on a whole rampage ready to kill something. But yeah, I think they moving right. But you're gonna be who you're gonna be regardless. People still gonna try to find a way.
Mm-hmm.
Openly broadcasting, that's the problem, what they doing. Everything
that's
on
a
TV,
fact.
gay as fuck.
Mhm.
Cartoons, gay as fuck.
Man.
so it's like, so you feel them really pushing the agenda. That's the issue. Like, all right, it's cool, y'all gonna be what y'all gonna be, but you really pressing it on us and pressing it on the youth. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the issue. You ain't giving them kids a chance. You already programmed them from 5 and up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My daughter came home with a book from the library about pride, and I was like, "Why you get this book?" She was like, "I like the rainbow." She was like, "This guy made the rainbow flag," and I'm like, "Okay, well, read it to me. Read it to me out loud." She hate reading out loud, but I'm like, "Read it to me out loud," and I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I just want you to, figure it out for yourself. So as she's reading it, y'all, She like, this sounds so familiar. Like this story sounds like Martin Luther King's story. I
Mm.
said exactly my
Yeah,
point
yeah.
because they
Mm.
over here like the way that they sell the LGBT is like it would sound like civil rights and
Yeah.
the our whole history, like pretty much. And it's like before, like I told her, it's they the LGBT wanted their own rights. That's true, but before you're LGBT, you're a black woman, you're a white woman, you're a white man. You guys, they're black first before any of that. So they still, I said the gay man. I was explaining to her like the gay man have to deal with being black on top of that gay too. And she was just like, oh wow. I'm like, yeah, I know that was
There's
a
a lot
lot, but
going on.
but I explained that to her because, like, look at it's in the school library at the elementary
Yeah,
school,
because you got to
y'all.
teach them before they teach them, because you see how the way they're trying to
Exactly.
teach them about it. Like,
And her
Jesus.
teacher, like one of her when she was in homeschool, the teacher was like, "Oh, it's Pride Day, so I have on my Pride shirt." All the kids in that classroom online was like, "What's Pride? What's Pride?" And then you hear them. She muted everybody because you could hear one person say, "Well, Pride is when you love yourself." You could hear another kid say, "Pride is the rainbow flag." You hear another kid say, she muted everybody, never even answered the question. I said, "Oh, she trying to avoid she avoiding that." But you should never brought it up if you didn't have an explanation because these
Yeah.
kids is gonna keep asking questions after questions after question after questions.
I
Yeah,
feel
that.
like
Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead,
feel
bro.
like they trying to turn the LGBTQ into some stuff more plus they add. It's like a lot of different things they adding with
Trying
it.
to add
but
that P in
I
there.
think they trying to turn that into like a gender, like a
Oh, don't get me
race.
started on
It
It's
that.
not
is,
like
but
if
that's
you a
how
part of
they.
like it don't
Pissed
matter if
off.
you black,
That
That's
white,
the
pissed me off.
history
Asian.
of it.
You know what I'm saying? If you part of this, you part of this. Like we
Mhm.
one
Yeah.
race. They trying to turn
Mm.
that into the ultimate race. Like they coming
Mm.
real political.
They
So
they
with the what
are.
is it, Uganda?
Yeah.
I feel like when you talk about political, if a political structure, right, it makes sense because it's like we keeping like we want all our stuff in order. Like all that makes sense. But the only thing it's gonna cause is a lot of more people being in the closet because you never gonna kill. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuality is here to
Right.
stay,
Yeah.
and it's gonna keep morphing. Now you can try to your best to control because I'm one of the ones that actually believe people can actually be born gay.
Yo,
You know
you
what I'm
believe
saying?
that?
Yeah, I believe that.
Damn.
Yeah, for
What make you
sure.
Well,
believe
yeah,
that?
exactly.
Yeah, well, physical coming out, you believe in morphodikes, right? Science shows this. So if that can happen in the physical context, why can't it happen in spiritual context? So if a person can come out with both genders and they have to decide which one I want to be, why it can't happen in the spiritual context?
See, I
I
don't know.
never
I'm
thought
kind of.
But
about
what do you
I'm
that.
think
kind of
caused
iffy
it?
on
What do
that.
you,
But
what
I
do you
was
think
gonna say
causes
Y'all
before-
gonna
that
make a
to
nigga
happen?
sit up.
Right.
What do
Before
you
we
think
get
causes
into
them to
that
be
deeper.
born like that though? It can't just. It has to be
It
something
can
else.
be, it can be, you can look at it multiple ways. You can say it can be something that's unbalanced, a chemical imbalance. You can look at that.
Hormones.
Yeah, hormones. You can look at it or like this is how the world's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what the world is changing. You know what I'm saying? Why we got different races when it started off with one race. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's multiple different fractions how we can look at it, bro. But how I look at it, if the world is showing us that you can have two genders and a child have to decide what gender they want to be, like I got a penis and I got a vagina, so let me stick with, which one I want to be. Why it can't happen in the spiritual element?
Do they gotta decide, or is one more prevalent than the other? Like, yeah, you was born with both, but like your chromosomes, you really a female. You just was born with a little extra, little something.
It
But even
depends.
Like, you just had a
Yeah,
nice-
yeah, yeah.
like,
Like,
you
but
had a
just-
defect.
but real
You
quick,
know, like,
even-
yeah, like
but
a
watch
dick, because
this.
you know the clit is like a dick. Like, you know what I'm
even
saying? Damn
even
near.
then in that aspect, you don't have a whole bunch of people. If you look at the numbers, that's not high. So it's almost like, I ain't gonna say it's irrelevant, but it's rare. So for me, I don't know.
You do not have the
I don't
answers,
know.
Rachel.
You not
Where the
Hold
to
on,
that.
yeah.
All
Nah,
I'm
I
gonna
agree.
say
I
is
agree with
about
what
the
she's saying. Is like
The morphodike rating.
how many people do you know who
Yeah,
actually?
No, that's rare. That's
you know
rare. Yeah,
exactly. So the
super
only
rare.
thing I can say to answer the question directly is I definitely feel like they getting their shit in order. Me, in this day and age, it's certain things that I've seen on TV, books. I mean, like everything. I just feel like, really, is it that necessary? Look, same thing. Do what you're gonna do. But if it gets to the point where now you want me to influence my generation, my village, my tribe, my empire, the next generation coming afterwards, like say for example with the whole trans woman wanting to be identified as woman, but they tried to give it another name or some shit, and I just was like, no. And this is me, like born a woman, am a woman, identify as a woman. Why should I in my nature, have to make you feel comfortable. Like, if you're a trans woman, why wouldn't you still want to be identified as a trans woman? You're a trans woman.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Mhm.
And so now then you get upset or you want to shove down people's throats. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like people always in that community, and this is me actually having experienced that community, like, they be the main one gay bashing each other. They be the main one discriminating on each other, but they'll come together real quick to get some shit done. Oh yeah, sure, because we want this building and we want this road. The rainbow don't belong to y'all. Okay, that's already one of my things I don't like. Okay,
Yeah,
it don't
me
belong to
too.
no people. Okay, that's nature all day. Mother Nature,
light.
piss her off if you
Yeah,
want
where
to.
did that come? I ain't never really did the research on that. How to identify
Science,
the
really?
rainbow.
It's just really science. If you
rainbow
think
is
No,
about
the
every time
rainbow
it
with the gay
But
shit.
the-
Like
oh,
they just took it over. Like that's kind of crazy.
The guy, well, from the book that my
'Cause it's
daughter read me,
colorful.
the guy,
Yeah, she
the
just-
guy
yeah.
created the rainbow flag as a representation of any shape, form, or whatever. Like pretty
But then
much
why
the rainbow
can't then why
represents
couldn't the
that. He
American
said he
flag be
wanted
almost
a
like the rainbow flag since there's many different
He
people
said
and
he
colors
want-
and
He
then why
said he
didn't
wanted to symbolize the American flag. That's a whole nother story. But he wanted to symbolize. He wanted a symbol, and he just chose the rainbow flag. He sewed it up, put some colors together, and went on to go march with the rainbow flag, and that they took it from there.
See, this my issue with all of that. I don't got a problem with people choosing to be
Right.
what they
Yeah.
want to be.
I just don't think
Once
nothing
you
should be
start
shoved down your throat.
weaponizing it and making it a political thing, now it's looking like something else.
Yeah, because I don't think you should die for it. That's what I will say.
What?
Because I don't
Like,
think you should die
Die for
for
what
it.
you believe in.
No,
You
see,
know,
well, you mean like
in
them
the
being
topic
killed,
making
yeah.
it legal, like
Oh.
you
Yeah,
go to
that's
jail
kinda
or you
crazy.
die for being gay. I think that you
That's
taking
kinda
it too far
crazy.
because that's kind of like mandatory, like trying to force somebody, like you said, if this is who they are, do you? You know, I just
They
don't think it
instituted.
should be so saturated in the public's eye when it comes to the market of media, and we live in the age of media. In here, but out there, like shit, if they feel like they need to control it like that,
See, two things I don't like.
I don't know about that one.
They use it, and it's almost like it's overshadowing the civil rights struggle because they always compare it to the civil. So like, whoa,
That's
wait
what
a
I'm
minute, y'all
saying.
ain't went through not
Half of
even a
this.
fraction of what we went through, but they trying to compare it like it's the same.
Yeah.
Not only that, I be reading shit, a couple articles. They're trying to like low key. It looked like they're trying to sneak the P in there, like that pedophile shit. Like I was saying this a couple years ago. People were like, nah, you crazy. But then I was reading articles where they're trying to make it
Wow.
like you just said, people are born gay. They're trying to make it like people were born pedophiles. Like they were born attracted to children.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make it like it's normal. You know, so that's why I'm like, hold on, we got to draw the line somewhere. This shit getting crazy.
Y'all
and like the
ever
kids'
watch-
books.
Y'all ever watch
Nah,
Book Breaking?
Say it again.
See
Book
who?
Breaking by Tariq Nasheed.
No, I ain't never seen
It's a
it. Oh, yeah.
documentary. And he
Yeah, what
talks
they used to do
about
to the
that,
slaves and
about,
shit.
He talks about the whole from it starting, back on the with the slaves and stuff like that, and then also they're trying to push that agenda on our children and the whole pedophilia thing.
Oh yeah,
and
That's a
absolutely.
fact.
He was
That's
speaking
why I
on that
mentioned
too.
that.
Like
That's a
basically
fact. You
saying,
seeing all the
like,
kids, they're
they're
dressing
trying
them
to
up.
normalize it.
Yeah, they're trying to normalize it. And it's
Yeah.
crazy that you mentioned the books because I was watching, I forget, I think it was maybe Texas or something, at one of the school board meetings where they had the boy come up with the book that he got from school.
I
And it
seen
was
that. I
literally
said, "Ooh."
explicitly telling little boys how to suck dick and take anal. Like, it wasn't just like, no, okay, let's learn
That's when you
about.
should die.
Yeah, it's like they was like telling them. He's reading the book and they like, hey, Johnny, have you ever like sucked a dick? And he like, well, this
he
how you
was
do it.
explained that, but in the
Like,
book it was explaining
almost wanna
literally
walk
how to
away.
have.
And this
That's
is
where
in
you kinda trying to
this is
stop.
in school.
Exactly.
You
I
kind of
need a
trying to stop
moment.
this.
Like what type? Yeah, but that's why they making that stance so severe. It might sound crazy, but it's like, look what we doing here. That shit is insane. That this is in
Most definitely.
a fucking third grader could go get this book. Like, why are you telling third graders how to suck dick? Like, is it
My
about
daughter in
learning
third
about the
grade.
LGBT, or you trying to convert them? Like, what is it?
Yeah, they trying to. That's the agenda. They don't want us to keep having babies. They want to stop all of that. They want to stop black men. We need
Oh
y'all
yeah,
semen.
that's why everybody needs to
bisexual?
pick up that book, Frances Cress Wilson.
She ducking that one.
Yeah, because
She said, I experienced that community. So how you experienced that?
I experienced that community because I dated women before.
do you identify with being a part of the LGBT?
No, I do not.
No.
No, I do not.
You kind of like the same?
Yeah.
I'm not a part of no group, no clique,
I
no
love
shit.
women.
No.
Is that right? So you date men and women?
Yeah.
Oh, that's which one do you prefer?
Both. No, I'm just playing. I can't live
It's all
without
right. You
penis.
ain't playing.
Yeah.
No, I can't live.
You can't live
Keep that
without
shit
I
one or
cannot
the other.
live without dick.
If you told
I'ma
me to
be
choose-
real. Can I say dick?
Yeah, you say whatever the
I
fuck you
can't.
want.
I can't live without no piece.
Let me
of
ask
meat.
you
I gotta
this.
have a
Go
piece of
ahead.
meat.
No, continue.
Y'all like sucking dick more or eating pussy more?
I like sucking dick more. I'm a natural.
She going
She
crazy,
said, I'm a
yeah.
natural. She going cold on. Put the horns on that.
Man, that's
Okay, okay.
Throat goat.
Let me,
I'm gonna just say
women-
this. I prefer men. If you told me to choose, I
Absolutely.
can't live without men. No, I'm not. If you
Absolutely.
told me to be
That's
in a
what's up.
relationship with a woman, hell no.
That's
Hell
what's up.
no.
I'm rocking
I
with
like
that.
being in a
Absolutely
relationship
not.
with a woman.
Matter of fact, you said what?
I said I like being in relationships with women. I feel like women, where men lack at emotionally and stuff like that, women kind of carry that. 'Cause
Okay,
we
well then
are,
that'd
you
be
know.
a good time.
Lack
So
emotions. So
would
she
you
could be
say
like-
that you
you
would
like
be in a
polygamy.
polyamorous
I was just about to
relationship?
say, so
Yeah.
y'all
So
like
would you say
polygamy.
you
I
would be
was
in a
in a polygamy marriage before.
Shout out
In
to
a marriage?
polyamorous.
Yeah, in a
damn?
marriage.
Oh,
Whoa,
now
let's
this
get
is
into that. How did that go? How you get into that?
We started off as friends, but he already had his first wife, and that was fine with me. You know, I already knew what's up. We've been friends for years, but for the most part, the issue in that marriage was he didn't know how to balance.
Mm,
So he got everything. He has the money. He could afford to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't have the time to do it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So he
Mhm.
didn't know how to balance. You got 4 kids.
Mm.
oh,
You got my 2, your 4. You know.
oh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when I came into that relationship, you assured me that you knew what you was doing. I done this before. I could do this. I know how to balance. I know how to not to mix energies. You know how that goes. So
I think that's bullshit.
Now, when you say
Right.
balance, what do you mean by balance?
I don't
Like,
think you
is
should
it
ever
time
get into
or-
a polygamy
balancing
relationship thinking that you won't ever
time,
mix energies.
your career, balancing time, your career, and your children and your wives.
Because one problem I think, one misconception women get is they think they're going to get the successful guy and get all this
All the
time.
time.
You got to
Yeah.
choose. Either you want
Absolutely.
the successful guy, he's going to be limited on time because he's using his time to gain that success, which is the reason why you want him in the first place. Or you're going to get a guy that's not as successful, but he got a hell of a lot of time because he's not utilizing his time like the successful guy is. So you really can't get both.
It's all about
You got to
balance,
choose
though.
Or
what's
you gotta
more
learn
important to you.
balance. That's
Okay.
what life is all
You gotta
about.
make that time count.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Make
When you
it count.
do be around her, like she gotta be
Thank
straight
you.
enough to when
I
you
like how you
depart.
said that.
Like you know what
It's
I'm saying? And
okay.
that's
It's
like,
cool.
yeah, it's straight.
But then
And
I
then
also
the
feel like
slacking.
some women can be selfish, a little
That's
like
what I
over
mean.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
bearing,
getting
like
at.
they want more.
They want it
Too
all.
You
more.
too needy.
Yeah, and that can be detrimental in any relationship, really. But especially see, here's the thing: I don't think they'll, and this is just my opinion. I've never experienced it, but I think in a polygamous relationship that if the women understand, like, I don't think there's really no such thing as spreading time in a balance. Because think about what's balance equal, right?
Mhm.
If you think about balance, right, it's equal. So are you really gonna get him equally?
It's not even for my
You
situation.
know what I mean?
It
Like, but
wasn't
if you
about
understand
the
that you're
time.
not, you
I
like,
see
you
what
know
you're
what?
talking
I'm gonna
about.
get him when I can, vice versa.
Right.
Like, I know some women to be like, the reason why polygamy relationships work for me is because I don't want my nigga around me all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
busy
I don't
woman.
wanna
I got
deal with
I got a life too. So when we come together, it's like, oh, I miss him. You know what I mean? So I don't care what he do when he not around me, even if it is with, the other partner. Because some polygamous relationships, everyone don't live under the same roof.
That's
Let me
true.
ask
Can
y'all
I
this.
was about to ask y'all a question.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
How would y'all feel if y'all significant other, if y'all dating, if not, if a woman told you, like, I really want to be in a polygamous relationship, but not with another dude, like with a woman, I don't want y'all a part of it.
Hold on, what
It's
you
about
mean?
the-
You
like,
don't
she
want us a
another
part of it,
female,
but you can't be a part of it.
she don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
She don't want you a
she's
part of
the
it. but they got
polygamist.
She don't want you a part of
Yeah.
it.
She want a girlfriend.
That ain't really
That's
polygamy,
out.
though.
Yeah, that ain't
That's
polygamy.
not
Yeah.
polygamy. Is
No, that's
marriage.
open
everybody together,
relationship.
honey.
Bitch, you
That's
trying to get a
open
side
relationship.
bitch.
Yeah, got it.
that's how you
Polygamy.
That's out.
So-
Yeah.
Bitch, you trying to
She
get a
trying to
side
turn
bitch?
into a
That's
nigga, a
out.
side bitch.
Hell no.
Polygamy is multiple wives.
Yeah.
When a man has multiple wives, it's not like an open relationship. That's polyamorous. Polyamorous is when you got 3 girlfriends over here and maybe a nigga on the side. Who knows? But you know what I'm saying? That's when everybody is like fucking with everybody.
Yeah, that's not
I don't
happening.
like that.
Yeah,
That's
So polygamy is only for men having wives.
multiple wives.
For
Okay,
sure.
and
Yeah, so
and
it's
then
a gender thing.
Yeah.
And then I have one other question, because this is what I've differentiated between the two. So open is when you share physically, but polyamorous is when you share emotionally, correct?
Right. All of it.
When you share all of it. Yeah. See,
Mhm.
that's the only reason why when I have been asked that, being a bi woman, like, oh, would you, be in a polyamorous relationship? I don't know. I'm territorial when it comes to my heart and the emotions and all that of a man. And I'm like, you know, sharing, like, I don't know. I guess having a lot of male friends growing up and having male influences in my life, I've been put up on game about men. Men physically, again, I've been in open relationships. So libido wise, hey, if I can't please all your needs, go do what you need to do. But now you're talking about sharing the heart, the mind, the spirit. I've never been put in that position to share that. So I don't know what I would do. Now, would I try it?
Okay.
See, maybe he might still connect with you for still in the same way. It might not. It's not gonna take the energy that he give away from you. He connect for you being you. It's not gonna be no different because he got somebody else over there. He gonna tap in with her for whatever the way she is.
Okay.
Facts.
I see.
Yeah,
I like how
that's
you
why
put
the
that
homie
though.
highly
But this, see, that's
requested.
why men lead.
That part right
and that's
there.
why men lead. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
it. That part.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this, because I feel the only way. Well, let me rephrase this. People like to say there's somebody for everybody. I disagree. Just statistically speaking, it's impossible. There's more women than men. The only
true.
way there's gonna be somebody for everybody is if women get down with the polygamy shit.
Absolutely.
So unless you want to be a lifetime side bitch or you want to die alone, technically, a lot of women
Yeah,
gonna
that's
have to put that ego to the side and like, look, we gotta rock like this because otherwise it's not happening.
I tell
What
a lot-
do you feel? How do y'all? Well, let me rephrase that. What is the reason y'all feel women can't get down with that? I feel like it's an ego thing.
Oh man. You want to go first since you've actually been in the situation?
I believe it's an ego thing too. Me personally, I ask a lot of women. I do hair, so I'm in women's ear and men's ear, and I ask a lot of women like, if you honestly had your man 24/7 all day long and night, like literally around this nigga all the time, would you really be happy? Like, would you really want to be like catering to this nigga hand and foot all the fucking time? No, you're not. Half of the time you're not. Yeah, you need that space. Also, do you honestly think that a man is gonna be with one person for their whole life, just one person their whole life? It's some niggas out there that can do that. It's some niggas that can't. But I don't think it's really in y'all genetics and DNA to be like
I
that,
like how
because
she
where
put
we
that.
come from a whole line of kings and queens who also had multiple husbands too, and kings that had multiple wives as well. They had 20 wives back in the day. You handling
20.
finances.
Shit, I went to
You
Egypt. They
handling
had 200,
You
500.
handling
That's what
the
I'm
castle,
saying.
you're
You
handling the
handling this,
workers.
like, you know
you're
what I'm saying? You
handling
just
the
gotta know
kids.
your
deserve that, though.
place.
They
Yeah.
deserve
I
that
agree.
responsibility, though. They was really standing up on that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Now
that's what
niggas
I'm
just want
saying.
to have a gang of females. And,
To have them.
like, what are you doing? Who are you?
But
You
see,
ain't
that's
If we're
my
not
thing.
bringing no value, if we're not building a village, then we should not
a
all
true
be in
village
this.
mentality, and that's where I can agree with her. And it's on women. I don't
It
think it's on
is.
men. Men are
Y'all
straightforward.
just
Women,
doing y'all.
we get real. Every woman has a jealous streak. Any woman that says she don't,
She
cut
can't.
her
Women,
off.
y'all egos is too possessive though. Mine. He's
That's a
my
fact.
this. He's
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And no one is to be owned, especially not
Exactly.
a man. No one is to be
Well,
owned.
if you my woman, I own you. So I'm gonna disagree with that.
Yeah.
You're owned.
Okay, well,
I
again,
You
we're
can
talking
stand
about.
on it,
We're
but
talking.
look,
I know.
look,
I'm
See,
saying.
that-
No,
that's a
watch this.
personal
You're
I'm
owned.
watch
I'm
this.
I'ma tell you
Stop.
this.
No, stop.
we all
Look,
renting.
That shit
All
over.
for
I'm
it. We all
talking
here
from
renting.
woman to man, not
Yeah.
man to woman.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Like, shit, if you could say that because you take care of yours, absolutely. But the other way around, like, we as women can't say my. Okay, like, say, for example, you got a good ass man. He does everything for you. Then another woman walks in. He don't want to get rid of you. He just want that second woman. You gonna walk out on that?
They're
Really?
walking out on that. And I'm
Hey.
confused because when
Y'all
it comes
about that.
down to
Stupid.
it,
Stupid.
it's like
Crazy.
I don't want to share. It really be I don't
So
want to
you
share
would go
the
to the
dick.
restaurant and share the bar. You would go
Hello.
to a stadium to this great ass concert and share seats or the floor. You know, just
I don't
certain
understand.
stuff.
I think a lot of
So-
it too come from what society standards is on.
Oh well,
Yeah.
Western civilization has this
Programming.
thing about
If they
monogamy
worrying
that's too
about-
hard.
A lot of people be worrying about what everybody else gonna think, what your friends gonna say about you, even though you probably want this behind closed doors, or you cool with it. But since your 5, 6 friends ain't cool with it, or gonna tell you how stupid you is, You want to be.
That's what I heard, y'all.
Like, okay, like watch this. I
got
can
it.
definitely see
Real.
girls trips happening if I already got a girl in a polygamous relationship.
You said what?
You heard me?
No, I didn't.
I said I can see
understand.
girls trips happening in a polygamous relationship if I already have my female that I'm attached to.
Nah, that
You
shit
still
over.
trying to find a way to get them girls.
No, that
trips.
shit over.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not gonna
Okay,
lie
let
to
me-
you.
where-
Put polygamous or not, that
I
girl
got it.
strip shit,
I
that
have
shit
a
over.
question.
with.
How do y'all feel about women that want
What's up
that
with girls
desire
trips?
two
I like
husbands?
girl strips.
She's a slut.
She's a whore. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
She's
what
a
did she
slut.
say?
She's a whore.
Wait, what?
I said, how do they feel about a woman who desire two husbands?
She's definitely a whore, and she should accept the fact that she's a whore and live her life as one and accept it.
So I have a question.
That's a fact.
I got a follow up question with that.
Mhm.
So, do y'all believe that one woman could give y'all something that the next woman could have? This woman may have your attention emotionally, or she can stroke your ego, but the other woman can't. That's why you fuck with this woman. Like, she gives you something that this woman can't, right?
Honestly, it'd be the variety factor.
Okay.
Because if your emotions is tapped in, if you with a person long enough and y'all vibing, them emotions is gonna tap in regardless, just over time. So it ain't necessarily I'm looking for some emotional connection. Really, it's literally just like a variety thing.
See, for me, it's like partly of what he's saying, but I get what you're saying too. Like, say if she might got the brains that I like, and I might connect with her on certain
Like how
high
you
level
was saying
conversations.
earlier.
Yeah. I might connect down on a general
Yeah.
level, or even just a more. You
Could be
might be
vice
more
versa.
crazy sexually, and different things pleasing me in different ways, and I get a different energy from both of y'all. You know what I mean? For me though, but I don't know how everybody else look at it.
Why she
So what
gotta
would
be
you
a
say?
whore?
Like,
Hold on.
That's what I'm
What you
saying.
mean, bro?
I disagree.
Nah, this
What you
is what
mean?
I'm saying.
I
though.
disagree.
Because
But
I
nah,
feel like that.
let
I
me hear
feel
it.
like one man could give me. I could have a high level. I'm attracted to this man's intellectual, right? But I'm attracted to this man physique and how he
two
carries
men,
himself as a
two
man.
men in one house.
I agree.
It's not going to be able to drive a ship right.
Absolutely
It's not going to be able to be.
Bro don't
this
gotta be
man-
in there though.
This is what I'm saying. She want two niggas.
Bro
for
don't gotta
living
be
with her.
there.
What
Listen,
you mean?
Like,
She
bro
want-
can be present, but not in the house.
this
though.
what I'm
You
saying.
be like the
No,
husband
no.
out the house.
Man, we not finna be
Yes.
sharing.
Listen,
right?
men were made
I
to
like-
lead, right? You
yes.
can't have two alphas
Chiefs,
in
yeah.
one spot.
Yeah, he's not finna
Listen,
listen
look
to
in the
each other.
animal
But
kingdom.
not all men are alphas.
It don't matter.
It don't right. It don't matter though.
It does.
But
That
wait, why would
matters.
you want
Bro
to mess
might be
with
little
that
bro.
alpha in a
Okay, let me ask you
Little
this.
bro
That
energy.
matters.
Let me
we
ask
got
you this.
soldiers. We got alphas.
Would you respect a man that will willingly share you with another man? I think subconsciously you wouldn't even respect those guys for real.
All
I don't know
females
no
low
nigga
key
that's with
fantasize
it.
about it.
I just
I
said that.
agree.
See gangbangs.
No, getting gangbanged.
Yeah, but
No.
they feel
not
like
in a
it-
relationship though.
But
I think
still,
getting gangbanged
even in a
for sure.
relationship, that's still a fantasy. They might not come out and be open about it, but like I think like when you sit back and talk to females, they, you know what I'm saying, they don't feel open enough to say this.
Well,
I'm
this
open
is
enough
why
to
he
say
said
that.
you got hoes and they're
You got
they're
hoes and you got
useful.
wives. 'Cause look, when a woman is in love with you, bro, it's different than when we in love
I'm
with
not-
women.
yeah, I'm
We
not
can
about
to
disconnect
want
the
another man.
emotions and the sexual aspect of it. When a woman gets fucked by a man, it releases chemicals in her body that pairs her to that man without her even knowing. This is why if you fuck a bitch enough over time, they start to get crazy no matter what they say. Oh, I ain't like that. Nah, bitch, they start tripping.
And,
In some
women
way.
that really love a man, that's the only man she
She
want to
see,
see. Yeah,
exactly.
she
So
don't
how
want
y'all
to
feel
be.
y'all
be
girl
doing
come
that.
out and tell y'all that one of her fantasies was, and you done married her, she your wife now. Now she come out and tell you like she will want a gangbang or a threesome just with two dudes, like she want to get flipped.
Would want one or that had been a fantasy
want
before?
one? Would
Like
you-
she asking you for
Yeah.
one? Bitch is over with.
She already
no,
out of- she already out of
first-
pocket.
she already out of pocket.
You can't ask no nigga
Wow.
that.
Why would you
You
ask
cannot
your
ask no
husband
nigga
that?
Unless
Bitch, you
that's
want-
one of his
I'll get the
fantasies.
information up out of her though, because I really want to know
What?
your mind anyways, and then you get one time.
Okay,
Hold
I'm
on.
the type of
Okay,
nigga that I'll
that's
grant-
something.
I'll
Would you
grant
give
it's a
it to her?
fantasy. Oh yeah, if it's one time,
Hold
bro.
on, you
like
would
one time
gangbang?
only.
Flip your
You would flip
wife.
your wife.
Yeah, one time. Like
You a
don't
wild
nobody
boy.
gotta know
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
so crazy.
Nobody gotta know. You
I
go to the
fuck
grave.
with you.
Yeah, if this what you want, I love you for different reasons outside of you. You
Outside
know what
of
I'm
you.
saying?
I mean,
so if this
who
is your
don't want
want,
to
like
suck
you're not
dick
about
and
to
get
get
hit
this
at the
every.
same time?
No,
Exactly.
I
Who don't
firmly-
want to suck dick and get hit at the same
I
time?
firmly
Vegas
believe.
after
I
this.
firmly
I
believe
hate
that.
Vegas. No,
Listen,
I'm saying.
I just
All right,
asked.
Ken, we gonna
We
make
gonna
Vegas.
I just
somewhere
asked
else.
5 females this. They
You
all
said,
told
who
me
wouldn't wanna?
it was a lie.
She didn't catch that.
No, I firmly believe every female deep down has that fantasy of wanting it. Just like us, we
Same.
secretly want to
Yeah.
fuck 2 women. It's like I love women, so what's better than
It's
2?
funny that you said that because that was actually brought up.
She over there laughing like a mother.
So is this how they justify the whole
Find
phase?
No.
This is how they justify.
It's one thing. It's one thing to think a thought. It's another thing to actually
act
want
on
it
it.
to happen.
Yeah.
How long you gonna think that thought before you
No,
act
but
on it?
watch.
Exactly.
No, but watch
Let's
this.
make it happen
But
then.
watch this. What I'm saying is to think a thought and have it just be that. Like me, I've thought that thought, but I could not swallow that. Like I could not really do that. Like even in a freaky sense, like no. Now, a female that's different. Like sharing a man and a female at the same time, that's different. But I know.
I'm still
Have y'all
tripping
ever
on
had
bro.
the-
Because then my
Yeah.
I don't
Man,
know,
I
like
beg
he
to
said,
differ. She just got to get with the right nigga.
I'm gonna say this.
The right nigga gonna bring all that up out of you.
Threesomes is
That's
low key
true.
overrated, or,
Well, I don't
or
know
I
what
just
he
ain't had the
said.
right
I don't
bitches.
think I would respect
yeah.
a man.
The
for
ones I
wanting to
had, they
share
was
me
low-key
with another
overrated.
man. I don't know.
Yo, so you wouldn't
That's
respect the man?
crazy.
What you mean?
No, she said
I
you
don't
wouldn't be
like
able to
what he
respect
what
the
he
man.
mentioned. Like
that was sharing.
subconsciously, I'm thinking like, well, if you really love me, why would you want?
Why would you let this nigga stick his dick in
It's
my
your
mouth?
fantasy.
Like that's kind of crazy. Hold on, would you flip it with like a random
No, I
guy
got a
or your
fantasy,
homie?
and it's not.
No,
that.
no,
That's
now,
what
see,
I'm
now,
saying.
hold on.
So
Now,
no,
let's-
think
Hold on,
about-
let him answer.
We
Would it
gonna
be a
go to
random
a whole
guy
nother
or would it be a
state.
homie?
We're gonna go to a whole
No.
nother
He said
state.
his wife. He
Cuz
can't
saying
be
a random
fucking.
nigga.
A random.
He out there with white
Yeah.
kids about to bag somebody out the
Okay,
off the
now watch
trip.
this.
Like,
That's
yeah,
not
find your
always the
nigga.
case.
Find your-
That's
Real quick.
What
Real
is your
quick.
preference?
No, real quick.
You
That's
get
not
this
always
once
the
in a
case.
lifetime.
No,
You better
that's
pick
not
the
always the
right
case.
year,
Pick the
the
right
right
one.
day. Yeah.
So you
I'll
would
never make it happen
you
again
would
after
look at
this.
her this. Okay, so what if
And
what?
she gonna love you for that.
Nah, let me
I'm
ask you
creating
this.
fantasies out here.
What if
CG.
she picked the guy, right? And he's just destroying her. Like she making noises you
It ain't
never
too
make.
much more
Bro,
destroying
listen.
after me.
No,
Like, I mean, I
listen,
can
bro.
get at the bro.
can't.
If
I'ma
bro
take
do
a
that,
break.
like, I'm really gonna salute bro. Like,
Nah,
look,
bro,
she
I'm
getting
talking
wet.
about.
Look at her. She getting wet right now. She didn't even push her to the side. She's slid
limbo
like
under
on
that
the
motherfucker.
Y'all funny.
I'm
What'd you
saying
say,
that
bro?
wouldn't fuck with your E. Like y'all in there, bro is demolishing her.
Yeah,
like bro, pull out one of these,
But
demolishing her.
I feel it, but at the end of the day, after bro gone, they gonna remember bro. But I'm a nigga at the end of the day too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got your fantasy. You gotta. I hope bro coming like that because I hope she get her fantasy worth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't have a bro and then it's like not really broing. You know what I'm saying? You
Bro
coming
not
into
really broing.
like you better.
That
Like,
was a wild one.
yeah, I'm serious though. Like if this your fantasy and you my wife, you know what I'm saying? Like I live on that type of side. Like I wouldn't be doing this like like I said, it's a once in a lifetime type of thing.
So
but-
would you be like a swinger, like on some swinging type shit?
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I'm a little bit more like, secluded.
be
That
more
ain't my
controlling.
fantasy though.
Yeah.
If that's hers and you my wife and I love you for outside of your sexuality, you know what I'm saying? All right, what's happening?
No, I'm
That
saying
ain't gonna
y'all
make me divorce you.
Y'all do that, and she like, you know what? I kind of like this. Let's make this a regular thing. Like, let's
Oh
get.
no,
on
you
some
about to go to
swinger shit.
therapy now, bitch.
She ain't
Oh,
gonna
we
need no
gonna be
therapy. She gonna be chasing that.
All right, well then when she
Then eventually y'all
once she
should
do that,
support.
once she do that, then
Now she
now
wanna
you show me a
therapy.
side I didn't know about
Say-
you. We
say-
got-
But you
What
unlock
if
that
that I
Pandora's
wanna
box.
like it?
Say what I know
Yeah.
you about to
Unlock
say.
something?
You set that up.
You unlock the
took that
Pandora's
risk.
box, so you
Okay,
can't
now
be mad at her
no,
now.
I can't. Yes, I can.
You took
I
that
How?
have
risk.
my own rights now.
You gave
so
her the
now
green
look,
light.
look, you
Because
did
watch
your
this, because
fantasy.
like you just said some time
We all
ago,
got rights.
he can get another one.
I can leave.
Yeah.
I can leave. If you
He
feel
can
like
get
this,
another
and I'm
one.
all for
He ain't
it.
got no kids.
Let's go ahead and split.
Yeah, Messiah, you letting another man slay your wife?
Man, that's out. She's done then. If that's the case.
Crazy.
Why would
They'll
you don't
never
even
tell
fix your
y'all
list
these
to ask me no
fantasies.
shit like that?
I feel like,
But now watch
Until
this.
y'all
Would
go
you be
through
in
her
a
porn
would you
history.
bro,
be in a
I feel like she
polygamy
don't even
relationship?
respect
I
you. She
would.
asked.
Okay.
I think on some real shit in these times. I
Yeah.
mean, it's kind of different though, especially being out here where the way women is set up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think polygamy probably is more. I think it's more. I think it'll work out more in a favor for men and women because men is like it's already more women anyway. You're already sharing a lot of these men anyway
Period.
with
Yeah.
other
Say
women.
Say that again. For
And
the
I
people in the
think-
back.
I think by giving a man that, that might deplete him from even doing a lot more than what he would do if he was just with one woman. I don't believe always one woman can do everything for a man in their lifetime that he needs. So if you got two women, even then he's not going to be just sexually out there chasing everything because that's a lot of energy anyway with just having two
that's
women,
true.
especially if you living with them. So I just think it's just, I think it'll diffuse a lot. You know what I mean? But like y'all say, egos and a lot of things come into play that some people can't take or don't want to share. So it just depends though.
I think I believe I could do it. I feel like just it has to be the right man for sure.
See, what I don't
It has to be the
understand,
right man.
I don't
When it comes
understand
to
the ego
polygamy.
part.
Oh,
Because when
it
you
comes to-
single,
What did you think I was
your
talking
ego
about?
be gone.
yeah, no.
Like I don't get that. When you single and you meet a guy, you know he's fucking other chicks. You cool with it because there's no title. But the second you get a title, now you got the issue.
Titles are overrated.
And it's like, wait a minute.
That part.
Bonds over titles.
I've been fucking other bitches for 6 months before I made you my girl, and you knew it and was cool with it. But the second I made you my girl, it's an issue now.
A lot of
that shit don't make sense to me.
A lot of the things be good. Like, say if you dealing with a woman and y'all just vibing, whatever. You might not even just be fucking a gang of other women, but y'all haven't put a title on nothing. The moment you put a title on something, now she has these expectations of everything. So now it's like, or you don't need to be doing this, you don't need to be doing that. The same shit you weren't even tripping on. That's why I even wanted to fuck with you the way I was fucking with you, because the way we was vibing before all this. And now you became a different person over time now, because you entitled to everything. So I think it just depends. I think everybody needs to, if I'm in a relationship with you, and we need to define how we is. Fuck what everybody else thinking. Yeah. And we go off of that. Trying to compare because they moving this way. Now you killing yourself because you so worried about how he moved with his girl and how I move with you. But you was just happy before you seen all this shit. Yeah. So
what was your last statement though? You said once you make her, you knew that you was fucking. She knew that you was fucking females before you locked her down, and you told her that she your girl now.
Why she acting different?
I'm saying like you meet a chick,
why
right?
She acting different after the
you
title.
meet her, y'all single. Obviously, you already got what you got going before you met her. Y'all start rocking. You knocking her down, but you still knocking them down. But she knows she don't got the title, so she don't have the authority to say anything about it. But the second you like, you know what? I'm really feeling you. Let's make this a thing. Now it's like, wait a minute, you got to stop all that. Like he said, all these bullet points that wasn't there, now they there now. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I wanted to rock with you because you wasn't tripping on this like most women. But now you turned into most women. You tripping now. So it's like, where does that come in at?
My thing for the dudes, right? Like, why even try to make her your girl? Just keep rocking like how y'all rocking. Because once you put certain people in that atmosphere, right? Like, things come with requirements.
Women gonna want to know.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying they gonna want to know how long.
Vibing out wise, we won't even tell you my girl now.
This.
Like,
Say, for
we might as well just
example,
continue, because if I call you my girl, I ain't doing no cheating.
That's
why I don't got a girl. Because I know I'm still out here living my life.
I tell a lot of women, like, y'all be over here on my boyfriend and all of that. If that nigga is not your husband, then you should not even be doing all of that. Like, that's just my perspective.
Hold on, doing all of what?
Like wanting a title. Like, you know, if he's not trying to marry you, then you shouldn't be expecting him to be like faithful and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just deemed to you. If you're not married to him, expect him to be doing what he's doing as a man. Like, you know?
Let me ask you this. Define faithful, because I feel like the definition society gives you is the reason why most marriages and relationships are in turmoil, because they give us this false definition of it that's not realistic. If you look at human history, human interaction, and what it reflects, is nothing like the definition, but you're forcing the definition on people, and that's what's fucking things up. So define what you would call faithful.
Well, the thing is, it really depends on the person and what their dynamic. Like, if faithful with in a relationship with me could be, and this is just an example, it could be you not talking to other women emotionally or like fucking other women. That's what general women say. Like, oh, he not faithful. How is he not faithful? He cheated on me. But if he didn't cheat on you in a way, some niggas see a bad bitch and just want to fuck. And that's that. They don't want to, they coming home to you though. They don't want that connection, that tie or nothing. It's us that think that, oh, just because he fucked her, he in love. No. Half of the time it just be, she a bad bitch. I want to hit. I want to see what it do. And they see what it do and they coming home and they doing their shit at home. Being a father, being a good man, a supporter, whatever it is that they do.
How often can you accept that?
Ooh,
I've accepted it a lot. I mean, I don't be tripping.
Same here.
I be chilling.
You like for a nigga to tell you that up front, or do you like for him to like keep it in the cut?
I've had niggas that tell me up front, and I feel like I handled it pretty well. It don't matter to me. It's really what I want to see what you gonna do. Yeah. Is you gonna keep it up front, or you gonna keep it off to the side?
You stay loyal to that?
I'm fine with it. I really like. I think all of us.
I'm like, I don't care if I know.
As long as he doing.
Like, I don't care if I know, or I don't care if I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because some women prefer, like, I don't want to know. Like, for what? Especially if it's not going to make a difference, why should I know? If you doing your business, do your business. You
That's what I mean? I feel like you don't need to know.
Yeah, like if I... Especially because, like he said, like, women can say, like, say, for example, even me, like, I'm cool as hell. You know what I mean? Like, I could definitely understand my men submit et cetera, all that good shit. But if there comes a point where you tell me something and I cannot check my feelings as a woman, because I'm probably won't always be able to check my feelings as a woman, you might as well just hear no evil, see no evil.
That part. Speak none.
Right. Like if I don't see it, a lot of women get mad if they men say this, like, well, what you don't know won't hurt you. But that's so fucking true.
That's why you gotta stay out the phone.
Nah,
What you don't know could kill you.
Ooh, okay. Well, again, just in the sense of just like some women, I know that they prefer. Okay, I know my man's out there doing what he do. He does not have to let me know. I already know this. Because some women like, oh, you got to let me know the details. For what? You got to let me know when and where. For what? You just setting yourself up to
That's
get
that ego.
mad.
They still want to feel the control of it.
Get mad. Like you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to trust your man enough. Like she said, go out there, do your thing, come home to me. And to me, faithful in my mind, I think loyal. Like don't treat me no different. Like however we be rocking, whatever you do on the side when I'm not around you, when you come around me, just don't treat me no different.
I agree.
You could tell when a man is dealing with a low vibrational bitch because he gonna bring that low vibrational energy right to your doorstep.
Oh, he gonna bring
I told
if you're
you
a
that one
spiritual
time,
woman, if you're a spiritual woman, you gonna know the bitch you fucking with. That bitch ain't right.
That's why you ain't even gotta tell me because
She
that's
ain't
how
right.
connected I'd be. I'd be like, oh, I knew.
And we are intuitive beings.
I actually
eating Burger King.
Hey, look, but this the cold part.
Burger King, like what? Like frequency levels.
This was gonna fuck women up.
Exactly my
got
point.
me eating Burger King.
This is gonna fuck women up. Your man fucking other bitches will make him love you more.
Yeah.
Women don't understand. Like, he go out and be like, "Damn, this bitch bad." Fuck her. Get that post nut clarity. Like, damn, this bitch really ain't shit. Like, I really got the world at home. Run home.
I've actually had a man tell me that.
Run home.
It's a crazy different stroke.
Can't wait to see you. It sounds fucked up,
and they be ready to leave after that. Like he just got him some, but it's okay. He just busted a nut. That's it, sis.
What you
it's
just
okay.
said. I've had a man tell me that before. Going out and I know I'm with him. Like this is my dude, but he on the other chick. And he's told me, this is when I was in a relationship, and he's told me like, dang, the way you just went off on your own and you did your shit, like you didn't trip, you didn't do nothing, like you actually said what you mean and meant what you said. Like that was like, there was a certain power in that. And that just made me like look at you. Like I would just look at you from time to time. And every time I looked at you, and so when he told me that, I just was like, I didn't know, but it still made me feel like, ooh, like it was just that feminine, like giddy, like but I did not know. I didn't expect it. Like you said, like I didn't have that expectation. The only thing I did was wanted to make sure that I was being a woman of my word, saying what I was going to do, which was, yeah, go ahead, be you, do what you do. Especially because I am down. I'm just not down with everything. I just wanted to make sure in that space and time I was, and I passed. But it wasn't a test for him. It was more so on me. Like, oh, shit, I can't handle this. Let me, So
I think we all agree. And to me, for me to answer that question with you about what is faithfulness, it's just sticking to the agreement. Whatever the agreement is.
Yeah.
If you go outside of that agreement, then you're unfaithful. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like adding bullets.
Let me ask y'all this. Because these agreements, a lot of people are in these agreements damn near by default. Because women are only attracted, statistically speaking, to like 10, maybe less than 10% of men. If you look at the dating app data on what women swipe right on, it's like less than 10%. So like majority, like 90% of guys are unattractive to women. You gotta bring something else to the table to even get their attention. So when they be like, just be upfront with me for real, what percentage of guys could realistically, this guy can barely even get a woman as it is, realistically tell her up front, look, I want this, I want this, I want this. I want to be able to do my thing, but I'm going to still love you the same. She like, nigga, you lucky I'm even talking to you right now. So it's like, I don't know. A lot of guys suck.
But it be like that.
Bro, it's men in sexless marriages that's having no sex with their own wife. How many of them could really be honest and be like, look, I want to be able to do this and still be able to keep that woman around? Most bitches is out the door. So when they say agreements, a lot of men is in agreements they don't really want to be in, but they in by default because they have no other option.
Wait,
Look,
we all got an option.
You said
Right.
sexless marriages?
Divorce is
Damn.
always
sexless
an option.
marriages.
Like,
Like
leave me.
no
Exactly.
sex at all.
No, that's how I feel
Yeah,
though,
nah, for real,
personally
that's
as a
all
woman.
hatred
Like, if
right
I'm not
there. You ain't-
giving you your sexual
hated
need
it.
as a
Yeah.
man,
What do y'all-
leave me.
what do
Bye. I ain't gonna be mad at you.
What are
The hell
y'all?
is wrong
What are
with
y'all
women?
do, like definition of duties as a wife and as a husband?
Ooh,
Say it
I'm gonna
again?
leave that for the host real quick.
Okay.
That's a good
The
one. I want to
duties
hear.
of a wife and a husband.
Duties of a husband. You're supposed to lead, protect, give her provision, whether that be advice, whether that be financially, protection, of course. That could be that protection can go under a lot of bullet points, but when people hear protection, they usually just think like physical. So I just kind of leave it at that face value. I also think a husband should, even though we're not emotional creatures, I think keeping your wife mentally healthy is a lot of things a lot of men got to work on, including myself, because I'm not tapped in on my emotions. I didn't grow up emotional. I grew up showing emotions was weak.
Right.
But for women, emotions is everything. So part of your job as a man is making sure she's emotionally sane and healthy. And as far as a wife, your job, I think a wife's job is pretty easy. Honestly, a lot of women are comparing it to slavery now. Now, when I say easy, I mean if you
We
just
gotta
be
do the same thing you do. We
No,
gotta
no.
This shit
respect
hard.
you.
no look.
Waking up every day is hard.
When I say
I wouldn't say
easy,
the same, but
I don't mean like literally easy, but I mean like if you just be your natural self as a woman, it'll
It's
come
effortless.
easy. Yeah, it's effortless.
Okay,
A lot of women
I
are
got
like
you.
trying to be men, but then still trying to be a wife. It's always gonna clash because you're
Yeah.
I'm glad you
naturally
brought
supposed
that
to
up.
be
Yeah,
in your feminine energy.
yeah.
So if you're living in that, it's gonna come flawlessly. Cook, clean, suck dick, be quiet, take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the house. Do your job. I mean, that's pretty much all a woman really got to do. Hold your man down emotionally. Give him the opposite of what he is. When he
It's
leave the house, we fighting a invisible
battle.
war. So when I come home, I don't want to be battling with you. You're supposed to be making it easy, making me forget about that, prepping me for the next day to go out and battle
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I've actually heard men say like say for example, if I'm like with the homie, we going to the donut shop, right? And then the woman behind the donut shop serves him, and then it's the way she serves him. You know what I mean? It's not, oh, I just gave you a donut. Like, no, it's, is there anything you need? You want your donut warmed up? Like, it'd be the little things I noticed that guys will actually notice and be like, damn, like, I think I want her at home. And then women will hear that or like get mad. Like, well, how could you hear that and get mad? I mean, I could see, you know, in the sense of being a woman and knowing that women have badass jealous streaks. And I do agree that women have bigger egos than men and can be definitely more like just controlling actually. You know, I find it very funny how women tend to put that on men real quick. Oh, you're controlling and da da da. But wait, we do the same thing. We
But
do the same thing.
I don't like that you're controlling because in order for me to lead, protect, provide, I have to have some level of control. It's
Yeah,
just like
no.
if you own a company, if you have no control over your employees, it's
Yeah.
chaos. So
Yeah.
how can I be in control of the house and I don't have control? That makes
Yeah.
literally no sense.
That's
You know what I'm
women-
saying? There's
that's
no order,
women-
right?
I just
I gotta have control.
Yeah, I
That's
just
women
understand
being
women
in
wanting to serve. Like, you gotta
masculine
wanna do
energy
that.
because
Yeah.
control is really a masculine.
Have you ever met her?
Oh, what's the name? A masculine feature. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of women who are in a masculine energy because they man is in a feminine energy. Like
Ooh, that's a good
feminine energy is only present when masculine energy is
Ooh,
present.
okay, so I got a
That's
good
deep.
question.
I don't
So-
agree. I don't agree on
let her
that.
finish.
Let me finish. So if
Hold on,
you are
tap
in your
in.
masculinity, right, I have no choice but to be in my femininity because you already showed up masculine, right? It's a lot of men and vice versa. It's a lot of men who are so in their femininity. Now my masculinity has to come up, and now I have to put on this masculine role.
Does it
Now
have to?
Yeah, it's natural. It's natural.
Being,
But look,
being a leader.
Now, let me
That's why
let me
it's
say-
all
let me
about
say- Let me say
balance.
one thing.
Go ahead.
So I could say like this. All right, say if you got a woman that's a single baby mama. She's been a single baby mama for years. So now she's getting up, she's cooking, she's cleaning, but she also doing everything as
The man
trying
would
to
do.
that the man would do at the house. So over time, she's working in this masculine energy over years and years and years, and she doesn't even know that she's moving this way now. So when
Right.
she runs into a masculine man that peeps these traits and points these out on her, in her mind it's an attack now because she's naturally like this, not really unprogramming herself. It's not necessarily just a masculine man meeting masculine versus masculine, but she don't even know how to operate in feminine ways no more.
But that's
to
what
an
you
extent.
show her.
This is not something.
That's where you lead. You be that man.
But that's
and be
not
You
that
didn't hear
man's
what I
job
just
to show
said
you how
though.
to be
Yeah, that's what
feminine.
I'm saying though. Even if I'm pointing this out to correct this on you are not taking this in. You taking this as an
Really.
attack.
The roles
Yeah,
been reversed
yeah.
permanently.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
exactly.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You got to work on that within yourself. It's not nothing
Right.
that I can just bring out of you no more. These are things you should know. By nature, you should know how to be a certain way. A apple tree is gonna grow apples by nature because that's how it is. Us as humans is gonna work a certain way and start operating in different ways over time by circumstances. But a woman should already know to be a feminine woman, and vice versa for males too, to be masculine males.
Can I chime in? Not to interrupt, but interject, right? So I feel like dealing with females like her, right, that understands that she done been dealing with dudes that's been caught up in some way of the shit, and that she has to be the masculine and she has to be the leader at that time. Dudes like us, we gotta have that type of understanding when we do come with them. Like, this gonna take a little bit more time. This is the reason why she's in her masculine role, because she done been through some shit in her past to where she had to be the leader.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to push that direction forward because her nigga wasn't pushing it at that time. Is when it comes like to the chemistry or the energy.
I agree
Yeah.
with you saying, but how long do you think a man gonna wait for that?
It
Like,
depends
how-
on who
So
she
it depends
is.
on.
I know,
yeah.
but this is what I'm saying. So how patient you think a man gonna be as over time of trying to reprogram a woman versus when he can just go meet a woman that's already
Already
that doesn't
programmed.
have to be
I
was
programmed.
just
She
about to
already
say
programmed.
that.
Go find
Yeah.
somebody that's in alignment.
But
But
this
see,
is what I'm
this-
saying. But this is
Go ahead.
nah,
No,
this,
go ahead.
this what I mean when y'all saying that men need to do this and men need to do that. It's like, okay, if you throw every man that's trying to do that and he gets frustrated doing that, then it's the man's fault for not you being in your feminine ways because you
Right.
lost that by dealing with the type of men you was
True.
dealing with, and now you damaged to the point where it's damn near no return for some of them.
yeah,
You know
it be
what I
But
like
see,
I
I don't agree though. I kind
I
of
think you
disagree
gotta
with
balance,
that
though.
Disagree
because
with.
women-
it's all about balance.
women
Life
they complain
is.
about feminine men, but then you got to turn and blame women for that because women are creating the men that women hate. They're raising their
Absolutely.
sons to be feminine and they're raising their daughters to be hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll have no
Yes.
you know what I'm
We're-
saying? Look,
Give me
they'll
a
be
finger snap right
they'll
there.
treat their daughter like a nigga off the street, but then treat their son like they
This-
boyfriends.
this
Like
one
it's
doctor
kind
said-
of creepy.
You know what's
They're
funny about that? I
raising-
actually
That's some
just got on a
serious shit.
family
Bro,
member about
They're
that.
loving they're loving their sons and they're raising their daughters.
Bro, I swear to
Yeah.
God, I know a lot of single
Look,
moms.
I'm gonna say
I'm
it
a
right
single
now. I'm not
mom.
gonna say who.
That shit
So
deep,
if
what you
this
just said, man.
you ever see this, I don't give a fuck. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I had mentioned this to a family member because I'm family oriented to the point where I'll still call my mom mommy and I'll still call my dad daddy.
Same.
And so I had recently called my dad and I was like, "Hey, daddy, I need this," or something like that. And he was able to help me out. And this family member was around me. He was like, "Oh, you still call your dad daddy?" And I was like,
What do you call yours? Dad?
right,
Father?
that's what they mentioned. Like, oh, just call him dad. And I'm like, well, actually, I have two dads. I have my biological father. That's who I call dad. Then I have the man who raised me. I call
That's
him
your
daddy.
daddy.
It's a different
Also.
endearment, but behind that word. Anyways, in my opinion, my personal experience. So, anywho, this person said that, and I just was like, well, you know what's weird? Since you're trying to tell me that's weird to call my dad daddy, you call your son daddy.
That's the weirdest shit.
And
Weird as
and
fuck.
when they mention, oh, I don't do that, I'm like, you may not do that no more, but you did, and that's weird. That was always weird. It was never okay. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's okay.
Awkward.
It's almost like a father calling their daughter mommy. Like, why would you do that? Like, I just don't. Certain things in certain cultures, hey, do what you do. But me personally, in my household, I'm not. If I ever have, which I hope to, ever have a son, I'm not calling him daddy. I have a dad who I call daddy. And in this case, I did mention to this person, I was like, you call somebody else daddy. You know what I mean? The nigga you fucking with. That's what I'm like in my mind. Like, because that's where I've also heard that word from. I'm not about to call my son that.
Look,
No, I
ladies.
think that's really weird.
Stop dating your sons. I be seeing these
Hello.
posts on Instagram.
Say it
Women are
louder.
dating their sons. It's the weirdest, creepiest
Shit
ever.
ever.
Like they're literally taking
And they get
photo
mad.
shoots, and it looked like this they nigga for real. Like this they man for real. Look, the absence of a man in your house, your son is not there to fill that void.
Stop telling
He's not
these-
your man.
Stop telling these young boys, these babies, that they're the men of the house, because they're not.
Right? You calling him king and all it, like, bro.
I mean,
No,
they
we
are
just call him
kings.
king. No,
They're
he's not your
kings.
king.
Hold on.
My
He's
son
not
knows
your
he's a
king.
But he is a king.
He
No,
is
but he's
one.
not your
Your king,
king.
yeah, for sure.
They're like, this is
Yeah.
my
That
king.
y'all put
No,
it
this
too
is your
much
prince.
on
Yeah.
a baby.
Yeah.
You're raised.
yeah.
He's supposed to be
Yeah.
getting
Yeah, I like
raised
that
by a king to
endearment.
be a
for
king.
sure.
Because you can't raise a queen can't raise
but
a
to
prince to be a king.
backtrack just for a second, because say your name again, because that's one.
Messiah.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's on your shirt. No, duh. Messiah. I liked how he said, and this is actually coming from a woman who's been very much in her masculinity before and identified when I was in my masculinity.
Right.
You can't tell a woman. You can't. It has to come from within herself. It has to be like first nature, fuck second nature. It has to just happen. And when it happens, you'll know it. So for me, went through a toxic relationship. It made me real sore. It put my guard up in ways I've never had my guard up before. And I knew that I couldn't date. So when I had a guy come in my life and was like, hey, let me court you. Let me do this. Let me do that. I was honest with him. I was like, no, I'm an asshole right now. I'm sore as hell. I just got out of a bad relationship. But if, hey, you still want to take that risk, tread lightly. And he chose to take that risk. And when he chose to take that risk, I ain't going to say I lost a friend because I don't really be looking for friends. I have enough friends. But I just knew that, oh, damn, if he, again, he a man, he won't take that risk. But I just knew I was in my masculinity. I knew I wasn't soft. I knew I wasn't tender, loving, caring. Like, because I ain't going to say I'm clingy, but I like to cuddle. So if I don't cuddle, then you
bad.
know it's an issue. Like, you, oh, damn, she ain't in her feminine. Like, I identified that before a man had to tell me that.
So you knew that you wasn't ready though. Like
Yeah.
okay, because
Exactly.
that's what I was gonna say when y'all
so
was
it
saying.
takes for the woman to do it herself.
Nah, because I was
And
saying.
then, like how he said, then if a man comes in, say if he was to come in and tell me that as I'm already identifying it, it wouldn't hurt me. I would be like, damn, you're right. If you want to, I would like for you to stick around and still date me while I break down those walls so I can be more feminine because at core I am feminine.
Exactly.
And then so in this case, no man was around me at this time. I took that time for myself, became who I know I am at core, and was like, yeah, so this is me now.
See, I only have one. I know. I only have one issue with women saying I was forced to be masculine. No, you weren't. That was a choice because no amount of bad women or masculine women can strip me of my masculinity. I can't come out of a bad relationship like, damn, I was with this masculine chick.
Well, I don't think
I don't know how to be. You know what I'm saying? I was forced to be feminine. Like women have to start taking accountability because number one,
I get what you mean. Yeah,
you chose this guy. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to stick around and go through and rack up these trauma miles. Like you could have got out of that. You chose to stay in that cycle.
Damn,
so,
trauma miles.
Oh God, they racking up trauma miles, bro. They going from trauma to trauma, bro. Just racking it up, and it's taking a toll on. They're like, oh, you know, I was forced to be. No, you wouldn't. You could have got up out of that, and when it found this masculine man that you're talking about.
That's
so,
true.
I think women just got to start taking accountability for their own actions as far as that. Because just blaming men saying, I was in a toxic situation. Okay, that may be the case, but that was a choice. You can't blame him. He who he was. He who he is. You made the choice to be with him.
because at that point, if you became a product of your environment, it's still up to you to not be like that.
Exactly. You gotta break the cycle.
Not the dude who comes so that's why I can agree with him and not so much with you. It doesn't matter how masculine, he could have it all together. He could have the money, he could have it all. But if she's too calloused, if she's too masculine, she's definitely gonna take it as an attack. So the woman herself has to do the work. If you
I might need five, Solomon. I might need five.
If you can't do the work on the inside yourself as a woman, then you just need to isolate yourself until you get it right.
I think in life in general, we always should be working on ourselves anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If we all working on ourselves, it's either only two things gonna happen. We're gonna grow together, we're gonna grow apart. But if I'm working on myself,
I like that.
and this person's working on themselves, then eventually we're gonna elevate. Because if I'm on a frequency here, and if I'm moving here and you still here, we're not gonna be able to connect no more at some point. And I'm not gonna bridge the gap because you either gonna have to get up here with me, or you're gonna have to end up.
And that's why, and that's why I like how you put that men are the leaders. Because you ain't seeing women will submit. We're like, oh, we'll wait for you to catch up. Like, for what? And then, real quick, let me say this. As far as the men who are feminine while the women are masculine, I actually have, once again, a family member who's like that. She works. She brings all the butter, bread, all that home. I'm not sure what the hell he does. But some women like that. Why? Because they like to be needed. They don't want to be controlled because they feel like if the man brings home the money, then they have to listen to him. Exactly. It's some women choose to be in that masculinity and let their men be, boys.
Yeah, 'cause I had a
take care of a whole grown ass man. Like the hell. But
That's
hey.
true, because I had a conversation with a woman. She kind of got offended. I wasn't really taking shots at her, but women, as far as women who
Take
choose,
offense. Y'all
no, I'm
stupid.
saying, as far as women who choose to date like inmate, like they go through the pen pal thing and then they get with an inmate, and it's that control factor. I feel like it's like you gonna listen to my shit, or ain't no money coming on these books. These visits ain't coming no more. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that, a lot of women in them situations, that's how they get the bask in the masculinity. Like, I control this. He need me. Like, they want to feel like
the way to
I get a little different perspective on that.
The way
Free all the
because the
inmates,
nigga was
though,
in
that's
that
real.
thing. And that's
Hey.
coming from a nigga who been an inmate before. So
Okay,
I know what the fuck
I was
going
gonna
on.
say it depends.
Because
I'd have been
some
an
women
inmate.
man
do
told
that
me
for
that
that.
I was dating. He told me the way to. He said in order for me, he said you have to be more submissive in order. Like you could basically, us women could run this shit, but we have to run it in a submissive matter. Like you have to. He told me, like, he used the word manipulate. He said, you have to manipulate me and I have to manipulate you. But he said, your manipulation is going to make me give you everything that you need and you want. And
That's
I'm
being
like,
the
damn.
master of a woman, though.
Yeah, but I say even from a perspective of a man in prison, I think it's a little different as not the female actually controlling nothing. She's not really controlling nothing. Maybe even if it's a phone call or something, but 9 times out of 10, the woman is doing everything for him. So if I need her, oh yeah, go run and do this, go pick this money up, go put this on my books, go do this, go do that. The man is still naturally controlling her life in the aspect as if she going to work or she doing this. I think the biggest connection is that a man is learning her mind more than just, I'm just fucking on her. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Can I say something
Go
before
ahead.
I know we switched subjects really quickly, but I just want to touch on the subject of like with the women and the sons and all of that. Like us women have to really come to understanding that we cannot raise men
At
alone.
all.
Oh my God.
And I am a mother of a boy. My son is 5 years old. You feel me? And I don't plan, like, I feel like at a certain age, maybe 10. He tell my son say 7. I say at 10, you're going to have to, go live with your dad, because I feel like it's very vital, especially when the households are separated, that a boy see a man, like how he function, how he wake up, how he get ready for work, how he, just all of that in one. You know what I'm saying? So a lot.
like
I'm in
you.
this women's
She
group,
cool.
and
That's dope.
I hear them
Yeah.
talking about, oh, we have to raise our men. We have to raise these men. We're raising men. No, you don't. You can't raise them, and we're women. We can't show a man how to be a man.
No.
A man has
It's
to show a
funny.
man how to be a man.
just
Kids
said
pick
that.
up on your traits.
Yeah.
So just ladies, just keep that in your mind. Kids are watching. They're like sponges. They soak up everything.
That's
So
right.
there's no man there. There's no masculine energy to soak.
Yeah.
They're going
It's
to soak whatever's there. And the only
and
thing
that's
there
that
is
feminine
feminine
energy.
energy.
That
So he going to
feminine
grow
energy,
up to be
and
that
he gonna-
feminine, emotional man that
Exactly.
women hate, that you like, oh, fuck, these niggas
Yeah.
ain't shit.
And
But
it's
y'all
they-
raising
It's
them.
the mamas.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's why
It's-
any
y'all
mom
raising them.
that
And the
tells the
mamas that's
next
dating they
mom,
sons.
Happy Father's Day cannot
Oh,
fuck with
my
me.
God.
I
They
agree.
can't fuck with me.
Don't
If you
tell me.
tell-
Oh, my
Don't
God.
tell me
But then-
happy
but then-
Father's
Oh,
Day.
my
No, let me
God.
finish.
We missing a
That is
we
the
missing
worst
the key
shit.
part. We missing the
No,
key
that's the
part
key.
of this, though.
Go ahead.
Because women are raising their sons to all this, but it all falls back on the pops too.
It does.
Like I
Because
said,
a woman
still
ain't never even
though,
supposed to be in that position
if
like
you're
that to
a
where that's
mom,
really happening. So we
don't
skipping
tell
parts.
but still,
Hold
that's
on. You got-
that's our. It happens.
dad gotta
You know
be-
what? The struggle is
Bitches
not
be
every
bitter.
I'ma say
household is
this.
a
Can't no
two-parent
female
house.
do that to your child.
I'm going to say
Bitches
this.
be
What about the
bitter.
females that keep the
That
fathers
keep the
away?
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
Now
Bitches
that's
be
different.
bitter.
That's
No, look,
different.
bro.
Bitches be bitter.
I can't blame
So,
the guys
I'm not a
because
bitter
the
bitch,
system,
though.
Yeah,
Bitches
bro,
be bitter.
the system
Any
is literally
mom-
set up to remove us from the household and
Absolutely.
give women the
Now,
power.
that's a whole
Absolutely.
nother, yeah.
So when
like
you
I
say,
said,
"Oh, we can't
that's
do it,"
the
bro, yes, they
LGBT.
can.
That's
Yeah,
why
bro,
I
it's a
said-
With the
lot
way
of
the
people
system-
neglecting their responsibilities
Yeah,
and how
but
they
we're-
supposed
I'm
to
not-
do, bro.
no,
It's a
no,
lot of
watch
people that's
this.
present
Bro,
that's not
I
present.
think,
I'm
look,
not-
did you look at the study? The
We're not
CDC
looking
study?
at the dudes
What's the
right
CDC?
now.
I
I
ain't
want
see
to
it. I
focus
ain't
on
gonna
the
lie.
women.
Black men.
I want to focus on the women.
Yep.
No, I'm
Go
saying
on,
black
continue, go.
men are the most involved fathers out of every race of men.
I
So
agree.
when they running that narrative, that was a narrative created, bro.
Yep.
That was never really a thing. Black men were always the most involved with our women, with our children, with the
From what I
community,
see,
because we
It was
had
the-
to
it
I don't
was
be.
know
the
what CDC
government.
saying.
Bro,
It's the
I'm
government.
saying
what I see
just
on a
think.
day to day.
Think back to slavery and shit. We had to be together. We was the most involved. The whole feminist shit started from white women. They
Hello,
pulled the black
feminine-
women
yeah,
in.
The
Okay.
feminist movement.
Nah,
I'm
as
not
blacks,
no
nah, as
feminist.
blacks anyway, we gotta stop beefing with each other.
I'm
Exactly.
no
That
Black
part,
men,
that's
we
what
gotta
I'm
get
saying.
shit together.
That's-
We gotta
that's
bring
what
that
it-
shit
that's what it's
back.
coming.
And so this is
Yeah.
why I don't like women who do this. If you tell the next woman, so it's like, say for example, you're a mom, right? I'm a mom. Happy Father's Day. You
That's
get the
out.
hell out my face.
Yeah, that's
like don't
out.
because I understand that unfortunately some women are under that mentality because some of us have grown up, oh, you got to be the mama and the daddy. Okay. But you're not though. You see here the difference? You're not a man. You can't raise like say for example, for me, it's important for if you have a daughter that her father, if she has an active father, like let them be involved.
Yep.
You get what I mean?
Got
It's
to.
important. Certain things you cannot learn from me as a woman. Like my daughter won't know what kind of man to get from me. She will know what kind of man to get
From her
from her
father.
dad. You get what I mean? She will also
Mhm.
know certain things that I can't teach her that a man will be able to teach her. So the same thing with a dude. I
Mhm.
can't teach a dude. I can teach a dude how to, you know what I'm saying, go on the toilet and square it, and but there's certain things that you would be able to teach your son, and your son is gonna listen to you. Why? Because you're a man, and he's gonna relate to you as a boy to a
Yeah.
man.
Let me ask y'all this.
So no women who do that, like that's why.
And I
can't.
have both
Like, you're
gender
kind of
kids.
screwed up in the head.
Hold on, let me ask you this.
I have a boy
How
and a
do
girl.
we change it? Because
Out
if
right
women
now.
aren't holding women accountable, men, we hold each other accountable
This is how
for
we
the most
change
part.
it. Women stop doing that.
No, I'm saying just saying it ain't enough. Just saying it ain't enough.
But that's the
Dialogue.
thing. That's the thing. Conversation, it starts it all.
starts
Like,
it.
it starts it. Like I said, I'm a hairstylist. I'm in women ear and I'm talking to them about it. I'm talking to the men about it. I'm talking, we're starting that conversation. So conversation.
Which can now potentially start that
and
movement.
then you start workshops.
You gotta stop
Start
having
getting
all
a
these. You gotta
workshop.
stop being 10 people in a relationship.
Yeah.
I think relationships should be between y'all two. If y'all can't fix problems together, that's a problem in itself.
Absolutely.
You might be going to one of your friends that's in a negative space, and she's telling you things subconsciously in a negative
Fucking
way of
everything
how you need to be in your relationship, and now you listening to her, and now your relationship is poisoned off of some stuff that you got from somebody else that you thought was in a good space, but really not in a good space. So it's just like, I don't know. Even if you
all
go
around the board, really.
yeah, if you go to advice, it shouldn't be no more than maybe one, if two people. But even then, you should better
Go to
come up with your
God.
own perspective on
Yes.
that.
I learned that the hard way. In relationships, you really should just be able to be self-sufficient in your mental. One other thing too, I like how you said it. Men are grown up to not be in touch with their emotions like that. So like say for example, I had an emotional day the other day. And then the man who I'm talking to, I actually had to, which I didn't mind, verbalize like, hey, I know I come off strong, but I'm not okay today.
Hello.
You know what I mean? Like, and you're a man and I just want to lean on you. Is that cool? Yeah, and then he gave me more than that though. He was like, I know you just want to do more than just lean on me. Like, let me give you some kisses on your head or whatever the case may have been. But the point is, if we as women can't, like how you said, this is how it changes. Actually, like, okay, at She Writes, Future Life Coach, if you really want to know how to break down your masculine walls and be feminine, hit me up. You have to be able to sit in your shit and be like, okay, this is me. So once you do that, then you'll be able to have those moments with men to be like, you know what?
Shadow work.
Maybe, right?
Gotta do that shadow work, sis.
Yeah, like
I
maybe.
gotta shadow work.
Can we
Yeah,
can we
exactly.
get women to
Yes.
be more understanding about men not being emotional? Because you
Yeah.
gotta understand us
Yeah.
us being the way we are is the reason you can be the way you are.
Yeah.
Us having to shun our emotions and do things that we don't want to do, but we know needs to be done,
Yeah.
is a detriment to us even civilizing the world.
I feel like-
if I acted off my emotion with
Yeah.
every emotion I feel, oh damn, I feel sad today, I don't want to go to work. No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta
man.
go to work.
Nothing would
No,
get done.
I feel bad today. I don't want to go
Nothing
to the
would get
gym.
done. But
No, I
women-
gotta go to the
What
gym.
We
about
have
Are we
to
still
finding
thriving to be
balance?
emotionally intelligent
For
though?
women, we just
What?
can't.
That's a
That
part of
part.
being
Yeah.
emotionally
Say it again?
intelligent, though.
You gotta have emotional intelligence
Yeah.
because you could be somebody could be dealing with something, and naturally at their core, it's not what they think they're really dealing with. No,
Right.
you're right. I agree on the
Yeah.
emotional
Yeah,
Yeah,
intelligence.
and we have a lot of emotionally
Hold on,
retarded
define
people.
emotional intelligence.
Well, it's
Go
just
ahead.
being intuitive. It's just like
Knowing.
actually being one within yourself. But you said for women to actually have a little bit more understanding with dudes is not like intact with their emotions, right? But
Pull
are
your
you
mic in, fool.
trying? Are you trying to learn yourself more? Are you trying to learn your emotional side more? You know what I'm saying? Because for a dude that just be like, well, I'm just not emotional and I ain't, that's it. Like, why
And
would she
that
be
is
But
trying to have
everybody,
patience with that?
everybody feeling emotion. If you feel angry, you feel an
Yeah.
emotion. You
Right.
feel
Yeah,
And they
niggas
don't
that be
So
like that.
emotional.
Men
But
don't
what
like
if
to
it's a dude-
identify with that. They don't
What-
like to
go ahead.
identify with the anger, the sadness, and all of that. But my thing is, once again, it's all about the balance of masculine and feminine because emotions is a feminine
That's
trait,
life.
right?
Yeah,
We
and
all-
some men
men-
just do
some
not
men
want to.
need
I
to
ain't
learn-
feminine.
Yeah, they
nothing.
don't want to tap
But they
into
don't
the
even want to hear the
feminine
word
side.
attached to them.
They don't
you know
want
what I
to
mean?
hear
That's
that.
some way
but,
other shit going on.
But let's just
That's
say
some
this.
deeper
Let's
shit.
just say this. When it comes to, again, emotional intelligence, we as women have to know that men can't, well, people, period, I can't read your mind and you can't read mine. So if
Y'all gotta
communication
speak
is
on
key
that
with
shit.
everything,
Man, we
I
from the
wouldn't have been
trenches
able to
talking
get
like
I could
emotional
low-key read
support.
minds a little bit.
Yeah, but
I ain't
even
gonna
then,
lie.
like, I wouldn't have been able to get that emotional support from the guy that I'm talking to if I didn't communicate and
Yeah.
understand, like, hey, he's masculine. This is the kind of guy he is. Yes, he can be soft, but he's not that soft. Like, you get what I mean? So I have to verbalize, I have to communicate, like, hey, I need this from you. Can you? And as a man who likes me or who's involved with me or who's dating, anything like where you like, I want to give time and space to this woman, then you're going to be like, all right, well, let me, in this case, be emotional to her needs. And it's not so much emotional because in my mind, if I'm emotional, I actually need you to be like a lighthouse. I need you to be a strong pillar, just soft on me while I'm being feminine.
But see, when he
But-
say emotional
I think
intelligence, I think a man who can control his emotions is emotionally intelligent because
For sure, that's part of it.
you could be
Absolutely.
overly emotional and I can control you because you can't control your emotions. So I could play chess with you. You can't control your emotions.
It's
I think as a
multiple-
man, you have to know how to master that.
Nah, you right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because
that's
you
part
could
of
be
it. It's
weak.
multiple fractions.
Look,
of
Right,
it, though.
because you're not acting on the emotion. It's like, okay, if I act like you said, if I act on every emotion, then I'm gonna be out of control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's chaos.
Every time, yeah. But emotionally intelligent is still like, okay, I know what I'm feeling, but I don't have to.
Act on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't have to act on that I'm
Recognize
feeling,
it.
or I'm recognize what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in that for a second, then it's gonna go away.
Yeah.
and now I'm back to
Yeah.
And it's
grounded
okay
and
to,
grounded.
it's
Different
okay.
part of
Have
it.
you ever
Are
had
we doing that?
suicidal
Or are we
thoughts?
really emotionally detached?
No.
See, now that's
I
when you really
agree.
got to
Hold on, what
start.
you mean by that?
Emotionally detached is where a woman trying to talk to you about some deep shit, and like I know niggas like this, right? Like, oh, I can't be sentimental. I'm not about to get all into that emotional shit. Like, look, I pay the bills, I take care of this, and do it. I'm not trying to be doing all that, talking about this deep romantic shit. Like, or you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
let me ask you this. Because when you say detached, this is where I have the battle at. Women will tell you, they literally will sit here and post and tell you, I don't want solutions. I just want you to listen. We're solution based.
Yes.
I don't want to hear you fucking complaining if you don't want a solution. Because automatically as a man, my mind going to, okay, how can I fix this?
Yep.
Because if you feeling away with a certain emotion, I want you to be in a better space, in a better frequency. So I want to, okay, how can I get her to raise her frequency? How can I solve
she
this problem?
telling you.
She just know. She just wants to
She
vent
don't want to
Yeah.
hear.
recklessly.
Yeah.
So when guys say, oh, now I don't want to hear that shit because you don't even want to fix the problem. You just want
Right,
to
you
listen
just
to it.
wanna-
I still listen
That
to
shit
you, though.
out, bro.
Fuck it.
I,
You
it's
want
That's
to-
out for me.
for me, it depends because I practice like being mindfulness, stuff like that, and being
Yes.
present. So I learned that more so. I agree with you saying to an extent. Like, all right, if you speak on this, and then I might listen. Now, if you keep bringing this up, that's
Yeah,
a different thing.
yeah.
But I might listen at one time, and I might not even say nothing. I'm learning not to say nothing because now she's feeling refreshed emotionally after she got all that out, or whatever the case is. Now she's back to that balance. To her energy is back up, and it's not bringing mines down. But I do understand sometimes, like you say, if they just want to gossip or do certain things too much, now you down there fucking with my
energy.
energy.
You bringing my level, you bringing my
I'm
frequency
not finna
down
let you fuck
now.
up my frequency
Yeah.
because of what
Exactly.
you on. But I have, like you said, I learned to listen and be present because a lot of people want to feel like they heard. People want to, you can talk to
Everybody.
people and the whole time they already got what they finna say before you even halfway talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just depends. But I think everybody want to be heard at the end of the day.
Understood.
To an extent. Just
I-
we can go without it, but
I think that a lot of people should ask for permission. Like,
Ooh,
are you
thank you.
are you emotionally available right now? Like, is that so? Like, that to me, that's just like
That's
I think that's a
manners.
good thing. I like that question.
I am not
With
your
friends,
emotional
We
dumping
gotta do part
ground.
two.
Yeah.
Friends,
I think this got to be
family,
a part 2.
That's a
friends,
fact.
That's
family,
crazy. That's
relationships,
crazy.
anything.
Don't get me wrong, because even in what is that like? Don't give me the line. I think like Asia, China, or something. It's like damn near disrespectful for you to be speaking your emotions to people. Like they look at that like in a whole different way.
Oh yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
You
Etiquette-
talking to me.
etiquette
Even just in
wise-
general, as like
Etiquette
with,
wise,
with
yeah,
each other.
there's etiquette among speaking and communicating, like for real, like damn near rules. So I get what
Yeah.
you mean, because for me, recently I just had someone just come and just talk to me just out of nowhere.
Trauma dumping
You know,
on
just
you.
man.
Ooh, I'm
Drama
glad you.
dumping
I
merch.
like
Part
that
two.
you said that.
Part
I
2.
swear.
That's why you
Trauma
gotta get
dumping coming
permission.
on
I
the
like
way.
that you said that because everybody is not. See, everybody's not even emotionally
watch
advanced
this.
enough.
That's another reason why I feel
to
like
deal with your problems.
it will be difficult for some women to be in polygamous relationships. I just want to make that a bulletin point
What you
because
mean?
of that. The
The
drama
trauma
dumping.
dumping.
Like
The
you have
trauma.
some women who are complainative to the point of they don't want the solution.
Yeah.
They just want, like how you say, they just want to complain.
I'm
And
not with that
if you
shit.
keep talking about the same
Close
thing,
to the mic.
if you keep talking about the same thing, then you don't want a solution. I don't want to be a part of that. And this is me actually coming from a family of women, and some of those women, I mean, oh my God, all they do is complain. So I actually see what I know I don't want to be, and have been in a situation where I've guided women to be like, hey, okay, I hear you complaining, but now what? Are we going to have a solution? Or in this case, like say if it's a woman who come to me and complain to me about her man, don't come to me and complain to me about your man. You need to go and talk to your man and then figure out what the solution is.
That's
Because
a
in this
good
case, if you
friend.
can't figure out the solution, he's going to figure it out. I don't need to tell you anything about your relationship. Now, if you just want to cry and get some shit out, but no advice from me. Like, you know what I mean? Because I do believe that when it comes to communication among relationships, especially if I am single, I don't got no business telling you what to do in your relationship, because I ain't coming to you if I'm in a relationship and I need some shit in my, no, I don't know. So it's just knowing, you know, like she said, just knowing like the permission of like, can I dump this on you? If not, go somewhere else. And in this case, in a relationship, if this man is going to be the solution, go to your man. If you can't go to your man, obviously you don't need to be in a relationship with that man.
We need to normalize that. We need to normalize that.
Asking
Everybody's not
permission.
your emotional dumping grounds. You're not gonna drain my battery to recharge yours.
Mm.
I might
I
not
like that
even
one.
be emotionally available to listen to your shit. You don't
That's
know
why
what
you
I got
gotta
going on
ask.
in
Ooh,
life.
I like that.
For you to just be, like, bro,
Yeah,
You
real
gotta
shit.
ask.
I might
Hey,
not
are
be
you available
even
to talk about
equipped
this?
to help you with your
Yeah.
problem, fool. Like for real. Like, you need to
I've
really
had,
know who you're
I've
dealing
called
with.
somebody and asked that, like, hey, can I be like, I need a soundboard. Like, I just want to vent.
Yeah, you
Can
gotta
you do
ask
that for me?
people.
And he'll be like, yeah, not today. I'll be like,
Me
all right, cool,
personally,
no problem.
Me
I hear you
personally,
out. You
I'm
got
an
a Cash
empath.
App?
So I tell my friends or any new friends or anybody that's getting to know me, hey, look, I'm an empath. I'm very sensitive. I'm very, very sensitive. So if you call me crying, I'm immediately teary-eyed. I'm crying too. I'm crying with you. You feel me? Because I feel your energy a lot. Like, you know, I'm really, really sensitive. So I set that boundary in
you, a
the
water sign?
beginning. No, I'm an earth sign. I set that boundary in the beginning of all friendships, relationships, and all of that. Hey, I'm gonna let you know this now. I'm sensitive. You know, let me know. You know, I'm here for you, but please, see if I'm emotional available. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a mom. I'll be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So don't just dump this on me, because then I'm over here feeling your emotions and not even recognizing my own. These not even my feelings. These is yours.
Okay, let me
I
ask
like
y'all
that.
this.
I like
Let
that.
me ask y'all this. Because you say sometimes people just need to vent, and you say, you know, sometimes I hear you out. My problem with that is, this is one of my favorite lines. Denial is the key to misery. By you complaining, you're literally living in denial about a situation. Whatever you're complaining about, you're complaining because you can't accept the fact that it happened. Oh, my man cheated on me. I want to go cry to her about what happened. You still don't accept the fact that it happened. If you would fully, wholeheartedly accept that it happened, there would be no complaining. There would be no misery. It's like, okay, I accept that it happened. I can't change what happened. Moving forward, what I'm going to do? Am I out of this, or can we work through this?
Right.
But we all
Now
need
you
somebody we can
solution
talk
based.
to, though. You've been in them sales before.
That's what I understand.
We all need somebody
Yeah,
to
but
give an ear
I
to.
are
think-
you
I
talking
think-
to get past it, or are you talking to
Sometimes
just relive
I just
it?
might need you just to hear me out. I don't even need no words of wisdom.
But
I just
hearing
want you
you
to
out.
just hear me.
I think everybody don't know how to cope with certain things. Everybody don't know how to accept certain things. So it's like by them speaking on it is making it more of a reality, like of what's going on
Yeah,
with
you're
them.
not
So
equipped.
So now they
like you
speaking
said.
on
yeah.
it, hearing themselves, then it's like, damn, like now it's really kicking in,
Yeah.
or whatever the case is. It's nothing wrong either. Like you say, if I give you a solution and you don't do this or don't do that, sometimes I think when people come with people and their problems, you gotta learn to make long story short too. You get in and
Oh
get
my
out.
God,
Get
Don't
yeah.
come
in.
in there and just drain me, and then now I'm
Thank
fucked up
you.
for
Yeah,
the
you
rest
tell
of
them
my
your
day.
whole life
Yeah.
story.
So,
Get it.
hey,
That's what
are
I'm
you a
saying.
venter, or do you internalize your problems, or do you go? Would you go to your woman with your problems, or do
Oh,
you
for
like
sure,
eternal? Like,
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, I'm that type. I'm gonna holler. We're gonna talk about everything. For sure, no matter what it is. But yeah, I got bros too. I'm like in counseling, bro. Like with my homie. I could call you.
yeah,
And
yeah,
tell
for
you
sure.
about some real shit. But like, I'll let you know before the conversation start. Like, bro, I don't even want no deep. You just hear me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know that. But like
Yeah.
for my people's, like, yeah, for sure, I'm a venter.
I'm
Yeah.
more of a talking to myself type person. I do have people sometimes where I reach out if I really need to, but 9 times out of 10, it's gonna take me a long time before I got to that point. Like
Yeah.
if
I'm
needed
like,
to do that, but more I'm low key talking to myself and getting myself,
Self-reflecting.
within myself, and then getting it right.
Self-affirmations.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
we're
I'm
gonna figure
kinda
this
like
out.
Ladies,
Usually
oh, go
9
ahead.
times out of 10, that answer will come from within at some point.
So, do you like meditate on it, or you just like running it through your mind, like how you?
A little bit of both. I'm a meditate on it. Like you say, I'm gonna accept the reality of it. What's going on? Okay, now moving forward, what's the next step from here? And as I meditate on that, now I'm starting to put the pieces together as I'm soaking in that.
Do you
But,
have any mentors? Male mentors?
I don't got too many mentors. If
Mm.
I need something though, I go holla at bro.
Spiritual
I,
guidance? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's needed.
I tap into that, like you say, within yourself spiritually,
Mhm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
how can I say I don't have too much of that. I read a lot though,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's a little different.
That's the mentor
right there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So that affects me in a different way
Yeah.
too. So, but
Ladies, let me ask y'all this: if your man is constantly venting to you, would you sort of start to lose respect for him because you viewing him as the leader, and it's like, nigga, you coming to me with all your problems, you supposed to be leading us. Now you want me to lead you? Like you coming to me, like nigga, figure this shit out because I got problems that I want you to figure out.
I think most men feel like they can't vent to their woman because they feel like
of
I'm
that.
supposed to have the solutions anyway. I can't run and tell her everything because she's looking at me to solve her issues and her whatever dilemma she's dealing with. So a lot of men probably do sit on a lot of shit that they going on because they feel like, okay, I'm the leader. I'm supposed to be doing this, that they never even come out and say anything. But me personally, I wouldn't look at my man any different if he, if he going through something. I'm solution based too. So what we gonna do about this, babe? How we gonna figure this out? What we gonna do? What you want to do? How you feeling about it? Let's pray on it. Let's do this. Let's meditate on it. So
You wouldn't look at him no different. Just say y'all was in a tight spot and he couldn't pay. He trying to figure out how to pay the rent and he just like broke down crying. Like,
Me-
babe, I can't figure it out.
Well,
Would you look at him differently?
no.
Well, I don't know why you said.
No,
Come
no,
at me
Why
like
is
that.
that?
Well, you know what?
like really teary eyed, like broke down.
This is
He
is
might have
how
a
I'm gonna
rough
say
week.
this. I've actually been in a situation where I've had to, like make sure my man was okay. So I don't know if I would. I don't think I would look at my man any different. I would like how she said solution based. Like, what do you want to do about it now? If for any reason I feel like I keep hearing the same story, you know what I mean? Then I'm gonna be like, okay, what's wrong? Like if I feel helpless as your woman, you know what I mean? Then it is something I'm gonna be like, okay, you have to go and get some outside help because there's nothing else I can do. You
And
get what I mean?
reaffirm your man
But
too. at
yeah,
the
like
same
yeah,
time,
but that's
reaffirm
okay.
him.
Gotta
But that's
build.
okay. Now, when it comes to again emotions from a man, like I feel like we have to start changing the narrative a little bit. You know what I mean? Men
True.
are not emotional for reasons of watch this. All the women out there who be like, "Oh, I'm strong," and this and this and that. I feel like that's where we're supposed to be strong. That's where if we're with a man and he's doing everything and it's basically easy for us, it's and how you said earlier, it's not easy. It's just effortless, right? So if you come to me with your emotions, like for me, I would consider myself highly emotionally intelligent based on not just the stuff I've been through, but the stuff that men have taught me, not women. Men can
Mhm.
only teach me about men. So if a man comes to me and he vents, if excuse me, my man comes to me and vents to me, and he gets to a point where he's just tired, like I understand the weight that y'all carry as black men. So if for any reason he buckles, I don't think I'm supposed to buckle. I think that's where my emotional strength and intelligence is supposed to come in and be like, well, now let me carry you. Now, am I carrying you for a long time? I hope not, because it will start to hinder me as a woman and my feminine, but I'm going to bring out that strength for you. You know what I mean? Or that understanding, because you was talking about understanding earlier. Like, I want to be able to understand my man. I don't want to just automatically judge him just because he's doing something that I actually want him to do with me. You get what I mean? Like, I want my man to be emotional with me. I think it's, again, a narrative.
How emotional, though?
Can we give a round of applause for that?
Emotional,
Yes.
man.
I with that because
However emotional my man is.
I don't believe that. I firmly believe
this emotional.
Let me
can't
see
be
you
an overly
cry.
crier, though.
I firmly
Let me see my
believe.
man cry.
The homie didn't like my picture.
Bro,
It's saying you need to get put
I'm
off. Like,
ready.
they don't never invite me. Like, you need them. Why is you still?
No, get the fuck out of my
bro,
face.
I firmly believe, bro, if a man is overly emotional with his woman, she gonna start to lose respect for him.
I don't
Like
think so.
if he cried in front of your woman, not just subconsciously,
Oh no, because
you're gonna lose respect.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, bro.
He's emotionally detached.
Listen, bro,
Nah,
not
yeah,
like somebody, not like somebody dying.
Nah, I
Not like
understand.
somebody
I
dying.
understand what he's saying.
Don't cry on my shoulder.
It's a
No,
small.
hell no.
Let me wipe your tears.
Hey, look, you gonna be looking
Let
for
me
the
lick-
next dick to
Let
suck,
me
like you
let me
bitch
lick your
ass
tears
nigga.
off your face. No, I'm just
What you? How you
playing.
feel, Masai,
Nah, I was
bro?
finna say it's a small percent that's really like y'all, because I remember I had a woman that used to always tell me, like, then why you just don't come talk to me? Why you don't come do this or do that?
Because they don't. I mean,
Nah.
I'm sorry.
I ain't saying that, but it's just like me. That's just not how
You out
I
there.
am. Yeah,
You're not built like that.
I don't even like when women be asking me what's wrong all the time. Like,
Oh,
stop
God.
asking me that shit.
Leave me alone.
Men don't like that. They don't like that.
Leave me alone.
I don't see. I understand.
Not too much,
I
but
understand.
ask.
a
I
certain-
don't even
certain
like to
level.
say how
Not
you
too
doing
much,
too
but
much.
ask,
Like, you
though.
know what I mean? Like, because
Ladies, stop doing that.
No,
What's
because
wrong?
if
What's
something wrong,
Hold
I'ma
on,
let
ladies.
you
Don't
know.
do too much, but ask me what's going on with me.
I
Though.
feel you. What's your sign?
Girl on the
Leo.
shoulder to cry.
You a what?
Yeah, I'm a Leo.
Oh yeah, you're a
See,
Leo.
you
I'ma
the
ask
same
me
sign,
though. Don't
What
just
are you
do too
Masai?
much.
I'm a
Don't do
Leo
Masai?
too.
Well, you probably August Leo.
For sure.
I'm July.
Hey, no, that's my baby though. That's my baby though.
It's
She
a
a
big
August
difference.
Leo. She independent as
Y'all
fuck.
funny.
She a
All
self-thinker,
my July
self-thoughter,
Leos,
everything.
I'm representing for.
Yeah. I
Nah,
fuck
for real
with
though,
it.
bro. You don't want your girl to ask you like
Don't-
too much. It's
No,
like, okay, I
bro.
told you I'm good, but like
But what
concern
if we
matters.
could feel-
I
Let me
Let me
internalize
just say
shit,
this.
bro.
Let me just say
I need
this.
time
If you
to think.
can't emotionally trust the weak part of you with me, why are you with me?
It ain't about me trusting. It's
the-
about me being in touch with my.
Okay,
being in touch with my masculine
watch
self.
this.
I
Okay.
need time to self-reflect.
If you're built like that, even if your emotional side isn't busting down crying, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that looks like, I just still will want my man to come to me. That's
See,
my main
this is what
thing.
I'm saying. It's
You
not.
want- hold on,
If
listen.
he can handle it on his own, then I'm that.
But listen to what you're saying. I would want. What about what he want? Because he's literally telling you that's not what I want. That's
Right.
not how I
That's
saw
not how
my.
you
You got to
operate.
know
And you
what
keep
he
asking
wants.
me, then
You
you-
keep saying
Then you
this
mad.
what I
Then you
want.
mad when I'm irritated about you asking me.
Then when I
But-
snap on your ass,
Told you I'm
This
good.
But at
guy-
the same time, I can't get to that point of being able to express myself. But it's not always that I want to. It's like, okay, I'm expressing myself for what? Then now what? Because now I'm getting to the solution part. This is what I'm thinking about while I'm going through it.
Yeah.
Just let me go through it. Let me suffer
Yeah, okay.
and how I suffer, and I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna bounce back better. But I don't need to be spilling this every time that something is going
True.
on with me. I need to figure out what's going on with me and figure this and get it right.
and let's
But-
be real.
But even then, if you see something wrong with me, don't come ask me. Come give a nigga some head or something. Or
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
do something to make me
That's all
feel
I'm
good.
saying. Like I'm lean. Like
just
I'm
saying,
not
I'm
always
just
about to
saying.
just be
You
in
ain't
your
even
face
gotta
like
ask
what's
me.
wrong. Like nah, bro.
But that's what he
do
got his
something.
bros for, though. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to the bros before I come to you. Because 9 times out of 10, you as a woman, you can't help me with my problems anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm a woman.
9
you a
times out
man.
of 10,
Yeah.
the most you gonna offer me is some
In a
comforting
marriage,
words,
though?
bro. In a marriage, bro.
A nigga
No,
feel like
you'll
you
go-
know,
you'll
in
go
a
to
marriage,
your
I'm not
mama,
coming
though.
to my woman for
I feel
majority of my
like
problems,
that's one of
bro.
the
You'll
things
go to your
females
mom,
need
though.
to start looking at too, though.
Small
Whoa,
shit,
you heard
maybe.
me?
Like see
Listen,
if
said,
a
would you go to
man
your
has
mom?
other male
What I-
You'll
friends.
go to
Hell
your
no.
mom?
Huh?
Hell no.
I know a lot of men who go to their mom with their problems.
I'll
Like,
go to my
what
mom
should
with
I
like
do?
maybe
You'll go
like
to the
some
I
homies
baby
respect
mama
my
before your
shit.
mama
mom?
counsel. I respect her
You'll
counsel.
go to the homies before
do
you go to
too.
mom.
Yeah.
I do. I respect a lot
I
of things
go
my
to-
mom say.
Exactly.
But,
it's a lot of men that's gonna check
But
in
you
with
gonna
moms
go to
first
your
and then go
dudes
see what the
about
homies.
I'm not
and shit
checking
though.
in with
New
moms.
shit is a little
For
bit
me,
different.
What I'm checking in
everything
with moms
depends on the
for.
situation.
Yeah.
Because I go holler at my woman
does.
about certain things too. But it just
You can't
depends.
generalize
That's
these
all I'm
things.
saying.
But the only reason I'm coming is just to make sure. It's really not even to make sure, but I'm just getting a different perspective and making sure I'm not all the way off the wall.
Right.
But I'm gonna use my own mind at the end of the day.
To make
But
your decision.
even when I go to the homies, if I'm going to one of the homies, I'm talking to y'all. I just want to see where y'all mind at, or wherever the case is. That don't mean I'm necessarily gonna just take what you say and run with it. I might take a piece of that.
Hold
and-
on. Not to cut you off, bro. We running out of time. But time is fucking flying.
Man, we got so
Part
much.
two.
Chemistry is
On it,
crazy.
like-
We gotta get a part two
Part
because
two.
everybody
This one's
on
going up.
everybody on the
She
panel is
writes.
tapped in.
Yeah.
So we
All
definitely
day.
gotta run this back. Make sure y'all share, like, subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
The
You
Viral
feel me?
Way podcast.
Let's go
Viral Way
Viral.
podcast.
Really
Viral
viral.
Way.
Nice
No
meeting
way,
you,
man.
Messiah.
Tap in.
Yeah,
Viral
yeah.
Way.
The real
Bang.
one.
That part.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was dope.
Yeah.
We could talk for hours.